Hello friends, Tanya here for Trinity Stamps, and it is the first day of Sneak Week for the Enchanted Woods release. That's coming out on April 7th. I am going to show you a couple new sneak peeks. This one is the A7 Spring Birch Die Set. It is adorable. I love it. I love that it's A7 sized. I die cut it from some heavyweight white cardstock, and I'm going to use some mica spray stains in a brown and a black. I think it's Crooked Boomstick and something about a tomb. It's or gravestone, something like that. Anyway, I die cut it first before spraying it because I wanted all of the edges to be colored too, so it doesn't look like it's cut out from white cardstock. And I have poked all the negative pieces out, and I'm spritzing this really nicely, and I want this uneven kind of twilight appearance of this die cut, and I got the look I was looking for. Look at that, nice and shimmery. It's got this beautiful blend of browns and grays and black. And I'm going to take this piece of light blue cardstock, and I'm going to do some ink blending with Villainous Potion, Prize Ribbon, and Salvaged Patina. I love these colors together. They make a wonderful twilight, and it's very enchanted feeling. So I'm going to start out with the middle tone. I'm going to put some Prize Ribbon down, and I did shorten this a little bit. I didn't think you wanted to see the entire ink blending. Now I have the Villainous Potion, and I'm ink blending that with the Prize Ribbon. Again, these blend together so nicely. I have used this combination before, and I'm always happy with the way it blends. Just going to get these two colors to combine nicely. I like how they transition from one to the next. Just coming back and forth until I get a nice blend. If you start on a colored cardstock, it's a little less work to get your blending done, so I recommend that. And I just went to my accordion file of colors and found an aqua blue that worked well for the base color. So if it peeked through a little bit, it would not change my ink blending style here. Now this isn't all I'm going to be doing. The ink blending is just the beginning of this background, and as you can see here, I got a little smudge of blue ink in my Salvaged Patina. You got to be careful when you're putting your hand down on your ink blending. The nice thing though is that it's going to ink blend out nicely. I just make sure not to put my inky hand back down on my ink blending and blend it out with the Salvaged Patina. On top of that, this cardstock piece is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm not going to need all of it because I'm making a 5x7 card, and I will trim that down. Next, we're going to use the Terrific Terrazzo 3-layer stencil. It creates, I don't know if you know what terrazzo is, but it's like crushed ceramics that are put together in a mosaic. It's beautiful. Now these 3 layers, when you lay them down one on top of the other, create a scattering that does not overlap. So I just made sure I laid these down and secured them, and went back over them with the same colors, and each layer got a different color. That creates a nice random mix. Next, I pulled out this embellishment mousse from Nouveau. This is, what is it called? Coastal Surf, I think it's called. It's a great match to that Salvaged Patina. And I'm using a sponge dauber or a ink blending tool with a foam on it to put this mousse through the stencil. You can use stencils with all kinds of medias, with gel pastes, glitter gels, with texture pastes, with embellishment mousses. So many great ways to use this. And this adds a little dimension and some shine, and I think this is perfect with that mosaic look. Gorgeous. You could do each layer in that kind of technique, but I think you'd need to let each layer dry before you could start on the next one. I add some glue to the back of this piece of the die cut piece, and I had trimmed this down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 so that I had a little extra wiggle room, and there's a wide enough frame on this die cut, this cover plate die cut, to make it easy to just make your under panel a little smaller. I did put my Misty on top of that for a minute or two and just let that adhere really well with that embellishment mousse. I didn't want to take any chances. Next, I am going to adhere this directly onto a 5x7 card base. It is a piece of white cardstock that I cut to 7 by 10 inches and scored in the middle. And we'll just use this Barely Art Precision Glue. You can use whatever adhesive is your favorite. This is the glue that I use almost exclusively. I stand the card up on end, and then I carefully adhere it using my hands to get the edges even. Again, I'm going to use my Misty as a heavy weight to hold those on. Next, I'm going to take out the Simply Sentimental stamp and die set for the Love set, and I die cut the shadow of this word with black, and I cut it 3 times, and I found some, I think it was called Old Gold, and die cut the letters and adhered those. And then I took the sub sentiment, and I heat embossed that with brass embossing powder, and then I took the banner from the Simply Sentimental U die set, because this banner works with all of the sub sentiments for all of the Simply Sentimental stamp and die sets. And then I made sure I got the rest of the anti-static powder off of it. I realized partway through this, as I'm deciding how I'm going to adhere this, that I didn't get the banner end completely. I did proceed. I just changed a little bit of my plan. I'm going to cut that off. I'll have it attaching right to the edge of the card and then trim off the imperfect flag. There I'm showing you the 3 layers of black cardstock layered together to make this a nice solid piece, and then I will adhere this banner underneath. Hopefully it will be nice and straight. I do eyeball for the most part. I use my grid mat to help me, and I trimmed off the extra. I don't show it here, but I did take that Terrific Terrazzo and add that to the inside of the card with another sentiment from the Simply Sentimental U. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to do that now. And if you were interested in any of the products I used today, check that description box below. As always, they will be listed and linked. Here are a couple more videos we thought you might enjoy. Until next time, bye-bye.